Beloved, still your heart and listen closely, for heaven draws near in this sacred moment to speak to a part of you that has long been aching in silence. There is someone whose name is still etched on your soul, someone whose memory lingers in every quiet corner of your thoughts. They once walked beside you in the realm of flesh and breath, but now they dwell beyond the veil, in the land where time no longer binds and sorrow cannot follow. And though their body rests beyond your reach, their spirit has not forgotten you. The angels speak, do not think that death has severed the bond that love created. What was born in divine love is eternal. It transcends distance, outlasts death, and speaks even when lips fall silent. The moment of their crossing was not an end, though it felt like one to you. In the hour when their breath grew faint and the curtain between realms began to thin, they were not abandoned. The hosts of heaven surrounded them. Light brighter than any dawn enfolded them. The pain they once carried dissolved into peace, and every tear was wiped away by hands that know no limits. What you saw as a departure was, in truth, a homecoming, the soul returning to its source. And even in that sacred transition, their heart was turned toward you. You must understand this. Before they left the realm of earth, they carried you in their final prayers, their final thoughts, their final breath. They whispered your name into eternity's wind and asked heaven to deliver this message in due time, a message of truth, of love, of unfinished words that now must find their way to you. You see, the soul does not forget. It does not lose memory in the light. Rather, when freed from the weight of the mortal body, it sees more clearly, loves more purely, and understands more deeply than it ever could before. All that was confused becomes clear. All that was hidden is revealed. And in that clarity, this beloved soul, the one you miss, the one whose absence still aches, saw the fullness of what you meant to them and what they could never express while they were here. They saw the prayers you prayed for them, some of which you thought went unheard. They felt the love you gave even when it was not returned in equal measure. They witnessed the sacrifices you made, the tears you shed in secret, the faith you held onto even when they could not see its value. And in that seeing, gratitude overwhelmed them. But more than gratitude, there was an urgency to make sure you would not spend the rest of your life trapped in regret, questions, or sorrow. They pleaded with heaven that one day, when your spirit was ready, the truth they could not share before would reach you. And now, heaven declares, that day has come. Child of God, their departure was not punishment. It was not a sign of abandonment. It was part of a divine story larger than either of you could comprehend in the realm of time. They were called home when their chapter here was finished, but the book of love written between you is still unfolding. Their spirit is alive, conscious, aware, and, in the mysterious ways heaven permits, watching over the path you walk. Do not imagine them far away. The veil is thinner than you think. They are not gone, they have simply stepped into a dimension where they are fully whole and fully free. And from that place, they now partner with heaven's will, cheering you on toward the destiny you were always meant to fulfill. The angels whisper now, do not mourn as one without hope. This is not the end. It is a continuation. And in the eternity you both belong to, this separation is but a moment, a blink. Every step you take brings you closer to the great reunion that awaits. So, let the heaviness lift from your heart. Let the guilt, the unanswered questions, the if-onlys melt away in the light of this truth. They left with love for you overflowing in their soul. They did not go without thinking of you. They did not step beyond the veil without making sure that, one day, this message would reach you. And it has, right on time. This is not the end of your connection. It is the beginning of a new chapter, one where their voice reaches you not through sound but through spirit, not through presence but through peace. And if you listen not with your ears but with your soul, you will sense it even now. They are nearer than you know, and their love for you is eternal. Beloved soul, lean in closely, for heaven now opens a window into the hidden chambers of a heart that once beat beside yours. There are words that were never spoken, truths that were never shared, and emotions that were buried beneath fear, pride, or confusion. These are the things your loved one carried in silence, the confessions they longed to express but could not. And now, from beyond the veil, heaven permits them to speak. When they walked this earth, they were bound by many things: time, circumstance, misunderstanding, even their own humanity. Their silence was not because you were unworthy of the truth, but because they themselves were not always able to grasp it. Some truths were too painful for them to confront. Others were hidden under layers of denial or regret. And still others were locked behind the walls they built to protect themselves from vulnerability. But in the realm where they now dwell, where the soul is stripped of ego and sees clearly, they know what must finally be said. And so, their spirit speaks now through heaven's voice. I need you to know how deeply I loved you, far more than my words ever revealed, far more than my actions ever showed. I carried that love with me every day, but sometimes I was too afraid to show it. Sometimes I thought I had more time. Sometimes I assumed you already knew. But if you ever doubted it, even for a moment, hear me now. I loved you with everything in me. They confess that they were not perfect. They made mistakes. Perhaps they hurt you with their choices, their distance, their silence, or their absence. Perhaps there were words spoken in anger, or words that should have been spoken but never were. And now they see the weight of those moments more clearly than ever before. If I could go back, they whisper through the Spirit, I would choose my words more carefully. I would hold you tighter. I would tell you every day how much you mattered. I would not let pride build walls where love was meant to build bridges. And for every tear I caused, for every wound I left unhealed, I am deeply sorry. Do not mistake this message for regret alone. It is also gratitude. They thank you for the patience you showed, for the prayers you whispered on their behalf, for the forgiveness you extended even when it was undeserved. They thank you for standing by them when they were broken, for loving them when they felt unlovable, and for believing in their light even when darkness clouded their choices. They could not say it then, but they say it now. You were a gift to me. Your presence was a divine appointment in my story. Even when I did not know how to express it, I saw the reflection of God's love in you. There are also truths they wish they had spoken about themselves, burdens they carried silently. They struggled more deeply than you knew. They battled fears they never voiced. They wrestled with guilt, shame, and insecurity that they kept hidden. And often, their silence was not indifference, it was pain. If you ever felt I was distant, they say, it was not because I did not care. It was because I was fighting battles within myself that I did not know how to share. I did not want to burden you. I did not want you to see my weakness. But now I know that love is not a burden, it is a refuge. And I wish I had let you carry some of that weight with me. And perhaps most poignantly, they say this, I see now how precious time truly is. I see now that moments slip away faster than we realize. And if I could tell you anything, it would be this. Do not wait. Do not postpone love. Do not withhold forgiveness. Say what you need to say while there is still breath in your lungs. Hug tighter. Speak kinder. Love deeper. Beloved, these are the truths they carried but could not speak. They were never meant to stay hidden, and now, heaven ensures they reach you. Let them heal the places that still ache. Let them silence the questions that still echo in your heart. You were loved, more than they ever said. You were valued, more than they ever showed. And even in their imperfections, they cherished you deeply. And now, with their soul freed from the weight of what was left unsaid, they send this final assurance. Though my voice was silent then, it speaks now through eternity. I love you. I thank you. And nothing, not even death, can silence that truth. Beloved, now that the veil has lifted and the truths once hidden have been spoken, heaven delivers the message your loved one left behind, a message prepared with intention, whispered in prayer, and sealed by divine love before they crossed into eternity. This is not a casual note or fleeting thought, it is a sacred decree meant to reach your heart at the appointed time. It is the revelation they longed to give, the truth they wished you could hold while they were still here, and the guidance that heaven now ensures will reach you. They wanted you to know, first and foremost, that you were always enough. Every flaw, every mistake, every moment of doubt, none of it diminished your worth in their eyes. They saw the beauty in your soul, the light you carried even when you could not see it yourself. And they prayed that you would remember it, not only for their sake but for your own journey ahead. You were my greatest blessing, they say through heaven's voice. Even in the moments when I failed to express it, I treasured you. Every laugh we shared, every quiet moment, every glance that spoke more than words, I hold them all in the place where heaven and earth meet. They are eternal. And I want you to carry that with you always. The message is also one of truth and revelation. There were circumstances, choices, and events that you may have misunderstood, questions left unanswered, or moments that caused doubt or pain. They want you to know now, the full picture is different than what you believed. Misunderstandings were never meant to divide you, and silence was never meant to hurt you. Everything that happened, every misstep, every delay, every seeming absence, had a purpose in the divine tapestry. Do not carry guilt for what you did not cause, nor hold resentment for what was never intended to harm, they whisper through heaven's spirit. I see clearly now, and I want you to see it too. What you perceived as distance was sometimes fear, sometimes unspoken love, and sometimes the necessity of the path I had to walk alone. Nothing you did diminished my love for you, and nothing I could not say diminishes yours. There is also a call to forgiveness and freedom. They leave you this instruction, not as a command but as a gift. Release any bitterness, regrets, or chains of the past. Forgive them as they forgive themselves, and forgive yourself as heaven has forgiven both of you. Holding on to resentment will only weigh your spirit and obscure the clarity this message brings. Let love be the lens through which you see the past, they speak gently. Let understanding replace judgment, and let mercy flow through your heart. This is the gift I leave you, the freedom to walk forward unburdened, carrying only the lessons and the love that remain pure and eternal. And most profoundly, they leave a prophetic promise, a call to move forward with courage, faith, and hope. Their crossing was not an end, but a passage into the fullness of God's plan. And now, they urge you to live fully, to step into the purpose God has prepared for you, and to embrace the blessings that have been waiting. Do not grieve as one without hope, they declare. There is work for you, dreams for you, and love surrounding you that you cannot yet see. My departure is not a closure but a preparation, a space for you to grow, to discover, and to encounter the fullness of what God has planned. Trust that I am still near, not in body but in spirit, cheering you on and praying for you with the fervor of eternity. This message is not only about the past, it is about the future that heaven wants you to embrace. They want you to know that your life is far from over, that your story continues with divine purpose, and that their love remains a guiding light. Every step you take from this point forward can be infused with their blessing, their encouragement, and the eternal bond that death cannot sever. Carry me in your heart, not as a shadow of sorrow, but as a beacon of strength, they say. Remember the joy, the lessons, the love. Let it inspire you to live fully, to love deeply, and to walk boldly into the destiny God has for you. I am at peace. You will find peace too. And together, in the Spirit, we are never truly apart. Finally, their message is a call to trust heaven. They want you to understand that every moment, every circumstance, and every delay has been guided by divine wisdom. Nothing has been wasted, nothing forgotten, and nothing lost. Their voice now carries clarity that earthly life could not provide. Everything was unfolding as it should, and everything continues to work toward good, toward purpose, toward the fulfillment of God's plan in your life. Do not seek to unravel every mystery or question every silence, they advise. Trust the one who orchestrates all things. He knows the beginning and the end, and he has woven our lives together in ways you will one day understand fully. Walk forward in faith, not fear, and know that my love, though unseen, is unending and eternal. Beloved, this is the message they left for you, a mixture of love, truth, forgiveness, guidance, and hope. It is a treasure delivered across the veil, a divine revelation meant to bring clarity, comfort, and courage. It is meant to heal what remains broken, illuminate what was misunderstood, and strengthen your spirit for the journey ahead. Receive it fully. Let it wash over your soul. And let it guide you into the peace, the understanding, and the purpose that heaven desires for you. Their love, their truth, and their spirit now live in this message, a bridge from eternity to your heart, assuring you that nothing has been lost, nothing has been forgotten, and all will be made clear in the perfect timing of God. Beloved, now that the veil has been lifted and the message from your loved one has reached your heart, heaven speaks clearly about the next step, how you are to carry this truth forward. This is not a message meant to linger as a memory alone. It is a divine charge, a sacred responsibility, and a path of transformation for your soul. The Spirit of God whispers, "Do not let this revelation remain in silence. Let it shape your life, guide your choices, and illuminate your journey." First, carry it with grace and peace. The truths revealed may stir deep emotion, sorrow, relief, joy, or even lingering questions. Heaven instructs you not to be overwhelmed by the intensity of these feelings. Instead, let the message settle gently in your heart. Allow the love, the clarity, and the guidance to flow through your spirit, bringing calm where uncertainty once lived. The angels say, "Your heart is the vessel for this revelation. Protect it with prayer, meditation, and reflection. Let peace guard it as a sacred treasure." Second, carry it with forgiveness and release. Part of the message may touch on past misunderstandings, regrets, or unspoken words. Heaven reminds you that this truth is meant to heal, not to bind you in guilt or resentment. Forgive them, forgive yourself, and release any lingering burdens. Let the power of heaven's love cleanse your soul, so you may walk forward unencumbered. The Spirit says, "When you release, you rise. When you forgive, you are freed." Let love be the final word in every corner of your heart. Third, carry it with honor and remembrance. Your loved one's life, their love, and the message they left are sacred. Heaven calls you to honor their memory not with grief alone but with celebration of the life they lived and the love they gave. Let this remembrance be a light in your decisions, a guide in your choices, and a source of inspiration in your daily walk. Speak of them with reverence, live in a way that reflects the lessons they imparted, and allow their love to continue shaping your character. Fourth, carry it with purpose and action. Heaven does not deliver messages simply to console, it delivers them to transform. The truths you have received are meant to influence how you live, to embolden your faith, strengthen your relationships, and clarify your path. Let the revelation guide your actions. Pursue love where it is needed, speak truth where it is silenced, and extend grace where it is absent. Your life can now be a testimony, a living proof that divine messages are real and powerful. Fifth, carry it with faith and expectation. Trust that what has been revealed is aligned with God's perfect timing. Even as earthly limitations may obscure your vision, heaven assures you that the truth will continue to unfold in ways beyond your understanding. Walk boldly, knowing that your loved one's spirit is near, that angels surround you, and that God Himself orchestrates every step of your path. The Spirit declares, "Do not fear what is ahead. Step forward with confidence, for the message you carry is a key to unlocking your next season of blessing and purpose." Finally, carry it with love that multiplies. The message was sent not only to bring you healing but also to teach you how to extend that love to others. Let it inspire compassion, empathy, and kindness. Let your life reflect the enduring connection between heaven and earth, and let the legacy of their love ripple outward, touching lives that need encouragement, comfort, and hope. Heaven says, "As you live in love, the truth you have received will multiply. It will not remain hidden. It will shine brightly and bring light to many." Beloved, this is heaven's instruction. Carry the revelation with grace, forgiveness, honor, purpose, faith, and love. Do not let it fade into memory or remain a private treasure alone. Let it transform you, guide you, and empower you to walk boldly into the plan God has for your life. The Spirit of God declares, "This truth is a gift, a calling, and a beacon. Guard it, cherish it, live it, and let it guide every step of your journey." Your loved one's love is eternal, and the message they left is eternal. Carry it forward, and you will see miracles, clarity, and peace beyond what you have ever known. This is your sacred charge, to live in the light of what has been revealed, to honor the connection that transcends death, and to allow heaven's message to guide your steps toward love, purpose, and eternal hope. Beloved, now that the veil has been lifted, the truths have been spoken, the message received, and heaven has shown you how to carry it forward, it is time for the final blessing, the benediction that seals this revelation in your heart and spirit. Heaven speaks. Receive this not as an ending, but as a beginning. Receive this not as sorrow, but as the enduring power of love. Receive this as a gift from eternity itself. The Spirit declares that the love you shared with this soul was never temporary. It transcends time, surpasses the limitations of the flesh, and exists beyond the veil of mortal life. The connection you have is eternal, and death cannot sever it. Every memory, every prayer, every heartbeat shared in love now exists in the realm of eternity, a testimony that love endures forever. Let your heart be at peace, heaven says. Let the warmth of what you shared with them rise within you each day. Know that they walk with you in spirit, cheering you on, guiding you, and interceding for you before the throne of God. Though unseen, they are near, and their love surrounds you like a shield. Heaven now gives you the blessing of release and restoration. No longer are you bound by what was left unsaid or by the ache of absence. Instead, you are invited to rise, carrying forward the lessons, the love, and the joy that were shared. The Spirit whispers, "Every tear has been counted. Every longing has been heard. Let peace fill the spaces that sorrow once occupied. Step into the fullness of life, carrying love as your strength, hope as your compass, and faith as your anchor." The angels now encircle you with protection, not as a mere promise, but as a tangible reality. Every step you take, every decision you make, is under the watchful care of heaven. The words you have received are not just for comfort, they are for guidance, for empowerment, and for alignment with the divine plan. Heaven commands, live boldly, love freely, and honor what has been given. Let the legacy of this connection be a light to the world around you. Finally, the Spirit blesses you with hope and expectation. The revelation you have received is a doorway to miracles, understanding, and deeper spiritual insight. Your path forward is illuminated not by absence, but by the enduring presence of love that cannot die. The Lord says, "Go forth in confidence, beloved child. Your heart is whole. Your spirit is guided. Your destiny is secure. And the love that once walked beside you now walks within you, eternal and unbroken." Receive this blessing as heaven intended, fully, completely, and without reservation. Let it dwell in your soul, guiding your steps, comforting your heart, and reminding you always that love never dies, truth is eternal, and heaven's purposes cannot fail. Rise now, beloved, in peace, in hope, and in the assurance that what was given to you from beyond the veil is eternal, sacred, and wholly yours to carry forward. Your loved one lives on in spirit, your heart carries their message, and your life continues under the watchful care and boundless love of heaven. Amen.